What's going on, everybody? Mahai back here with another video, and today I've got another TownHall 14 attack strategy for you guys, and this one's a lot different. We're going to be using super miners and skeleton spells. It's actually surprisingly good. So your super miners obviously can just burrow underground and they don't have to worry about walls or anything, and you can just spam your skeleton spells down, and all they're there for is just to distract and keep all your troops alive. And for a siege machine, we're actually going to be bringing a battle drill with this one, which is a lot different than what you normally see, obviously, but it synergizes pretty well with the super miners because obviously it can burrow underground as well, just like the super miners. I'm bringing two yetis, but if you wanted to, you could bring another super miner and something else. So for equipments, I'm using the electro boots and the rocket spear on the royal champion. I would prefer the hog puppet over the rocket spear if you have that leveled up. I just don't. On my queen, I'm using healer puppet and giant arrow. Again, giant arrow doesn't synergize very well with this. I would definitely change that out to like a magic mirror or an action figure if you have that. But again, this is an alternate account for me, so I don't have equipments upgraded that well. I'm using the minion prints with the default equipments. My king is upgrading. You can use the king if you want, but I actually kind of like the minion prints with this attack, and you'll see why later. And then on the Grand Warden, we're using the Eternal Tome and the Rage Gem. So that's all there is to it. We're going to hop into a friendly challenge now and show you guys how this works. Alright, so it's a pretty simple setup. So all we're going to do is first just drop a couple skeleton spells on each side, something like that, just to distract. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my queen down here, and I'm going to shoot her giant arrow through. Again, if you don't have giant, if you're using the action figure or the magic mirror, like I said, obviously you're not going to use the ability right away. So that's just a good way to set one side of the funnel, and it helps keep your queen alive, just having that skeleton spell there, obviously. And then on the other side, we're going to drop just a couple super miners, maybe 2 or 3, just to set the other side of the funnel. And again, there'll be a skeleton spell on that side as well, just to distract the defenses. So that's going to do a good job. It's going to carve out a funnel, something like this. All this stuff will be gone here. And that leaves us a nice path in the middle. So obviously we're going to drop all of our super miners in a line then. And then we're going to drop in our warden with our minion prints and our RC and our battle drill, obviously, behind all of our super miners. And then you're just going to sprinkle in your skeleton spells. I like to just drop them in a line like this and let them go for a while. So it doesn't really matter where you put them. Obviously, you're just going to drop like 3 or 4 in a line. It'll distract everything in the base. Then once those are about to start to wear off, you can drop another line of them a little bit deeper into the base, and you can just keep all the defenses distracted for the whole attack. And it works surprisingly well. So we're going to get rid of this drawing. We're going to press play. So we get our skeleton spells down. We shoot our queen's giant arrow. We're setting that side of the funnel with the queen, and then we use 3 super miners up top to set that side of the funnel. We're just going to give that 1 second to just get rid of a little bit of that trash. And then you see we drop a couple more skeleton spells in on that first layer of defenses now, and then we drop in all of our troops. I like to use an early warden ability. You want to keep everything healthy on the entry. And now you just sit back and wait a second. You'll wait for these skeleton spells to start to wear off. As you see, I dropped another little set right here. It'll distract both of these scatter shots. And obviously you want to poison the clan castle, which I don't know why I haven't done it. Okay, there we go. So we had furnaces in the clan castle. So it just took me a little bit to notice them there. And now we use the rest of our skeleton spells, so everything's staying distracted. And we have a massive line of super miners now kind of spread out all around the base, destroying everything at once. Our queen's at the bottom, still pretty healthy with the healers. Our battle drill made it all the way to the town hall. Our queen takes out some of the enemy heroes. We have our minion prints now on the town hall. Our RC does go down, so does our minion prints, but the town hall goes down. There's nothing left in this base that can stop us now. We have super miners up at the top, our yetis out of our battle drill down here in the middle, and then our queen down at the bottom. So we surge through now. It's just clean up at this point. We take everything out, a nice 3-star. So as you see, this is a pretty powerful attack. I really enjoy this attack. Let's go hop into another replay now. Alright, on to replay number 2. Same concept. We'll drop our skeleton spells in. We'll use our queen on one side, and we'll use some super miners on the other. And it just does a really good job as your skeleton spells distract that first layer of defenses. Your super miners can set that funnel. Now everything else in the middle. Again, we drop some more skeleton spells. We're distracting 2 single inferno towers, which will definitely stay distracted from your skeleton spells, and they won't do any damage. This attack works really well against singles because they're obviously just so easy to distract with the skeleton spells. We shot our minion prince Dark Orb to freeze the entire core of the base. I wait until the clan castle gets pulled so I can hit that with that ability as well. So we have 1 more skeleton spell left, and I'm kind of saving it because we do have a single inferno. So I'm going to drop it over there next to that single inferno to keep that distracted. As you see, our battle drill again is like full health. It does a really good job of surviving the attack because it can burrow underground, and you have all these skeleton spells and the super miners in front, so it just protects the battle drill so well, and it makes it to the backside of the base, which is really nice. So if you wanted to, like I said, you could change out those yetis. You could even use Valkyries if you want. You could bring another super miner in there. It just depends what you want to bring. I'm just bringing a couple yetis just to help with power a little bit. And look, our battle drill is going to stay alive for the whole attack. We have our RC alive, Queen full health. We still have a couple super miners left. I think we have 4 or 5 super miners left actually. And our battle drill didn't even open. So that base was absolutely overkilled. Let's go get into another one now. Alright, into attack number 3, and as you see, these attacks are really fast. Again, this one under 1:30. So we use our queen to funnel up there. And then we use our super miners a little bit closer this time. I didn't want to have such a wide flank on the base this time. So I used it a little bit tighter just to funnel everything in, because you see there's a big dead zone here next to this air defense. So I didn't have to go so wide on the funnel. We got one super miner goes in and is going to take out that air defense, which is nice. And we had some split off to the top, which I actually don't mind because it'll end up taking out that trash. Again, a good minion prince ability. That's why I like using the minion prince with this, because obviously your super miners don't get affected by walls. They go right under them. So they actually stay out ahead of your minion prince pretty well, and then you can use your dark orb ability to freeze over the entire core of the base. It just seems to work really well. And as you see, again, our battle drill down here, still full health this deep into the base. We have our queen down here full health with her healers. We have super miners up here at the top. Our warden might go down here. Our royal champion should be able to take out the enemy queen before she goes down. Yep, she does, no problem. And again, the entire core of the base is completely gone. At this point, it's just trash buildings and a couple weak defenses. We have a couple cannons, and that's it. That can stop us. So we, again, just completely annihilated this base. Queen's going to stay full health. Our warden's going to stay alive. Our RC's going to stay alive. We have a big pack of super miners right here. And again, battle drill didn't even go down once again. It's going to split all the way off up here to the archer tower. That's 2 attacks in a row where the battle drill hasn't even opened, which shows you how strong this attack is. And again, really fast. Under 90 seconds on most of these attacks. Alright, on to attack number 4. Again, we're going to shoot our Queen's Giant Arrow, and there's really nothing there that can even reach her, so I didn't really use a skeleton spell at the beginning. We just waited a second and then dropped our line when we were going to deploy our main troops. We have a nice funnel this time, should be able to keep everything pretty well centralized here, and this time we have a super dragon coming out of the clan castle. So I poison it up, I shoot my dark orb ability to freeze it, and look how quickly it goes down to our minion prince. Another nice thing about the minion prince over the king is you can deal with Air Clan Castle a lot easier, because then that gives you your queen, the minion prince, and the royal champion to help deal with Air Clan Castle. That's just another benefit of it. Because if you brought your king, obviously, and it got targeted by that super dragon, it'd be completely helpless until it went down. So that's another benefit of that. But again, you guys can make that decision, whichever you want to use. Our battle drill, doing a good job here. It's finally about to open for once. And our royal champion doing a good job. Her electro boots taking out all these skeleton traps, which is so nice not having to deal with those. Our battle drill's right here on the wizard tower. Finally it opens for once, but there's really nothing left at this point. There's an archer tower, a cannon, a wizard tower, a Tesla, and 2 builder huts is all. And we have our 2 yetis pop out with our Valkyrie. Yeah, we have a bunch of super miners still alive. Our warden's still up. Our queen, again, still full health. This base, once again, is absolutely annihilated. Stood no chance. Crushing 3-star. And again, that was a super dragon, so we've seen a couple different clan castles and showed you that it does work against each. So I got one more attack for you guys, and I'll get you guys there. Alright, on to the final attack. We're just going to drop 3 skeleton spells in a line on this one. This one I didn't even funnel. I just dropped him in a line. I was kind of experimenting with this, and this was my first attack before I found out that other strategy that I think does work better. So I would do it the way I initially said, but again, this way, as long as it's a base like this, where it's not going to pull everything to the outside, it's still going to work, but we do get a pretty nasty spread on our troops because of it. As you see, we had a couple go south, but the rest of them all went north, and basically nothing went to the core, which really hurt. So that super dragon is going to cause us some problems now because of it. So I wanted to show you why you shouldn't do it this way. Again, it's still going to 3-star because it is a strong attack, but you just saw on the other attacks how much more it was overkilled and how much more effective that was. Unfortunately, our minion prince is going to go down to that air defense, but we still have our royal champion in here dealing with the super dragon finally. Hopefully that goes down. It does. But we still have a single Inferno to deal with. We still have a Scatter Shot. We still have an Expo, so a lot tougher this time. But we do have quite a few Super Miners here. Our henchmen from our Henchman Puppet are actually going to take out that Wizard Tower, which is nice. And again, the Battle Drill, still alive. The Battle Drill just adds a bunch of power to this attack, because it stays alive so long. Our Queen, unfortunately targeted by the Expo, is going to go down here. So this is going to be a very, very close finish here. We're just going to 2x through this. We have our Yetis out of the Battle Drill. We still have a couple Super Miners up. The bombs, fortunately, did take out all of the skeletons from the skeleton traps. So all we had left was our 2 Battle Drill Yetis, which is really, like I said, that's really nice. Our Battle Drill stayed alive so late that we have our Yetis to finish off the base, and then the 1 Yeti's got to beat through a wall and take out the Clan Castle. That is the nice part about it being such a fast attack. If you do kind of fizzle out and have some trash to clean up at the end, you still have plenty of time to clean up, just because you get through the core so fast. So this is one of my new favorite Town Hall 14 attack strategies. If you guys like it, let me know in the comments. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.